Alberta Premier Rachel Notley took her pro-pipeline message into some hostile territory today, British Columbia. Notley spoke in Vancouver about the merits of the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion project, but stopping that project was a major campaign promise of BC's new Premier, John Horgan. Here's a bit of how Notley tried to sell the pipeline expansion in her speech last hour.
In my view, making sure that people in BC know the facts about the pipeline and about Alberta's climate leadership matters to me, and it matters to the people who I represent back home.
The CBC's Briar Stewart is at a gathering of business leaders in Vancouver where Notley spoke this afternoon. She joins us now. So Briar, what was the sort of key message from Notley to British Columbians about this pipeline expansion?
Well, this message that we heard from Premier Notley is really something that she's been saying over and over again in recent days, particularly because she's been bringing this pipeline pitch to business audiences in Toronto and Ottawa as well, because it's been over a year now since the Kinder Morgan pipeline got national approval, and construction really hasn't started on it because there continues to be a lot of opposition and lengthy delays. Now, I'm outside of the hotel where the Premier spoke. There are still a few protesters here. They blocked off a street earlier, very vocal opposition to the pipeline. But inside, Premier Notley got a much warmer reception. In fact, at the end of her speech, she got a standing ovation. She talked a lot about what Alberta's doing on the climate front, what they're doing to try to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and she really tried to hammer home what kind of difference this pipeline will make economically across the country. Here's some of what she had to say.
I want to make the progressive case for why this pipeline must be built. This includes the real benefits of this pipeline to working people on both sides of our borders and across the country. It includes the most comprehensive climate action plan in all of North America. And it includes meaningful responses to the real concerns of people and families here in BC.
Now, even though this is a message that Notley has repeated over and over again, certainly what she said today will have no bearing on how these people protesting outside feel about this pipeline and the project.